All right, hello. It is Saturday night. We are back for another live stream. We hopefully finishing up this HG Lfrith tonight, and then moving on to something else. Giving away something good again tonight. RG Hi-Nu, one of the items that came in on the restock on Friday. I think we had them, but we were running low, so good times with that. Excited to have restocks again at the warehouse, considering everything that's been going on with suppliers and such. But anyway, I want to jump into the chat and say hello and all that good stuff. Before I do, though, I do have to mention a few things. Number one, if you enjoy these streams, please hit that like button. Helps more people see it. And you might as well subscribe and hit the notification bell and stuff like that, so you can catch these streams in the future, as well as the other videos we put out from Mecha Warehouse. And what else was I gonna say? I think that's basically it. So I'm gonna jump in the chat and say hello to everyone, and then get back to building and finish up this kit. What's up? A Random Hero, Pockets, Dylan Dull, Shuai Zo, Lawrence Tong, Wind Z, Maverick Entity, Wolfpack, Austin Bertolini, Digital Baka, Matthew Russ, Plamo Fudo, Kyle Dixon, D-Man 254, Jeremy, Jason S, Mark D, Glorious Deadman, Azkael, Sig Zeon, Taylor Pogue, Weeks K. I was going to go to a build day today at my local hobby town, but my son came down with the flu, so stayed home and watched movies all day. Well, bummer that he's sick. Hopefully you guys made the most of it. What's up? Jose Hernandez, 808 Johnster, Any Rock, Shadow Pilot, to the biggest aquarium here in South Korea, Aqua Planet, located in Yoso, southwest coast. Cool. What's up, Israel Knight, the Monster Trio, J.R. Schultz, Kilo Delta, Michael Foster, Patrick Ivor, MZ, Anthony Sirmoshi, what's up? Michael Yoda, James McDonald, Stealthy Bedlams, Kids Customs. What's up? I'm working on the MG Shenlong. Nice, it's a good kit. What's up? Rob Sadler, M. Burke, Annie, Daniel Morgan, Justin Shu, Alter Eyes, Lagos Queen, Jenkins Soup, Unaware, Quagsire, Diakoru, F. Gons, Buster, Drowsy Dude. What's up from San Diego? What's going on? How's the weather out there? Probably better than out here. It's up Heathcliff. Let's see. Gail Gorks, Winsy. What's going on, everyone? Anyone that was here from last week got a replacement part from Bandai. Nice. Job build tonight. I'm building the HG Psychozaku. So working on the HG Lfrith. And then moving on to something else. Probably another Witch from Mercury kit. Time Sync, what's up? Colin Thompson, what's going on? Okay, back to building. So I think I'm on step H here, D20 and 21. I did that times 2. What's up, Victor Ramirez? Glorious David, building RG Tallgeese and possibly starting with RG Hi-Nu Gundam too. Nice. Do you think you guys will be able to get some MG extract frames in the near future? I think so. So I posted a few places. I don't know if we posted on public social or anything, but I mentioned on the Discord last night. We've got a distributor lined up that will get us the MGEX we need to fulfill our pre-orders. I don't know how we lucked out to find one that had enough for that. Just barely covers the lot we need for the pre-orders, though. So unless somebody cancels their pre-order between now and whenever those come in, I don't think we'll have any extras just to go on the website, but we do have another lot from another distributor that's supposedly coming in soon. I don't know exactly when or how many we'll get, but if that happens, then we'll have some on the website soon too. So Brian Guzman, Anthony, I'll be working on a group project kit tonight once I get back from take my son to work. So Black Otter Team, Rick Henriquez, Rock Spaceman. I'm finished with the aerial tonight. Need to get the Lfrith soon. Nice. Is there any MGEX coming? Just answered that question a second ago, so hopefully you heard what I just said. We're late tonight. How's everyone? What's up? Mercus, Drift, SC2 Gaming. I'm glad to see you guys getting so much support at the Bandai announcement. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, things have been going pretty well considering. We had a decent restock this week. We got another good restock coming. Found some Kotobukiya chain bases at a distributor that we're working on getting in for the next couple weeks. I don't know how those have been able to sit at a distributor that long, but they won't be much longer once we get our hands on them. Then the MGEX lot, I think there's some HG aerials we'll be getting from them too, the same place. And I think some demi trainers, among a few other things. So with some luck, we're going to have some really good restocks coming up. Just got to get all the paperwork taken care of, payments sent, all that kind of stuff. So not sure how long it will take with a new distributor. But supposedly it's all set aside waiting for us once all the paperwork's done. Any chance you get more PG asteroid frame? I'm sure we will at some point. I just don't know how many and when. In theory, we might be able to get more in the next restock, but I don't know if that distributor ran out or not. They were limiting how many you could take each week or something, so it depends on if they sold out before we could get our second batch. On the MG Gelgu, Chars and Panel Line, the MG Double O Quamful Saber, MG Exia. An unfortunate incident of them falling off the shelf while dusting, luckily no damage. Have you seen the Razor in use? Been on the fence about ordering one up. They're great. We just got our gun primer restock relatively recently too. I'm gonna see more Zoids in the future. Definitely, we got some more Zoids that are due to come in. There's some that I think I've seen show up at a few places that are direct Koto accounts. So as they flush through the rest of the supply chain, ours should come in, and then of course, we'll be ordering more as more are announced or reprinted. Said they were actually too left in stock. My wallet was coughing out dust. What's up, Dominic G? I'm also going to be really excited to get back to my Diorama stuff tomorrow. After going back and forth with Woodland Scenics, my Hydrocal, that's the plaster I was using for the rock molds, I think I was talking about last week, they deemed that the batch I got must have been bad and sent me out a replacement, which arrived today. I wasn't supposed to arrive until later in the week, so I'm excited that I'll be able to get those hopefully done. And went out and got some other paints and stuff I'm going to need to continue that today too, so I'm kind of excited. What's up, D. Dorito, Phil Wilson, what's up, fellow Gunpla addicts, who's on what build this week? MGX Unicorn still something of interest for the shop to order. I know MGX Strike Freedom is the current focus. So it's less a matter of us wanting to order it and more a matter of them deciding to reprint it. If they reprinted it, we definitely would order some. I would have to figure out how many would order. I just don't think they're going to reprint it for a little while because I think it took a little while for some shops to clear out of them last time when they were the first run or whatever. Chance you guys get more PGXA anytime soon? Nothing I can definitively say because we're still scrambling to get other distributors lined up, and I don't know when they will receive what. I won't be able to really predict stuff as easily until we get into a rhythm with these distributors. Right now we're kind of just grabbing things as they show up. But as we get to the next later quarters of the year, I think we'll be able to place orders ahead of time and have a little more predictability. So I'm working on my RG Sosby tonight while I watch along. Cool John, welcome. Debating between Durabalde or Double Quant Full Saber Trans Am Clear. I got it from Bandai. We're about the clear kit, so I'm a little worried about messing it up. Okay, you guys plan on having the Ogami Device AV Materasu on pre-order? I need it. Right now, I don't think we are, because our distributor decided to do it first come first serve, and apparently we didn't respond fast enough or something. So we'll see if we find a way to snag some. We will. I think they put us on back order or something, or wait list. I can't wait till we get our direct Kotobukiya account. I don't think we'll have to deal with those problems anymore. Let's see, working digital camo Death Army, cool. Very careful with the dual cut method, is a little brutal. I just got my Kyokai Senki mystery box today. Holy cow, Nick, what a huge value. Yeah, I'm glad you appreciate that. We were able to take advantage of a logistics snafu with a certain distributor that allowed us to provide some extra value, I think, in that box. What's up, J Punisher? DJ Zero, what kind of pressure you use for your razor? I feel like I'm either not putting enough pressure or putting too much. It gets too shiny. I think the funnier one is me feather touching it and remove so much. It's hard to say. I feel like I was in the same boat, where it's either too little or... I guess I never really felt like this too much, but it's more than I felt like people were describing. But you shouldn't have to bear down on it all that hard, so it can be a little tricky to find that sweet spot, I think. Oh yeah, what's the box gonna be next month? I'm not 100% sure yet. I've got I think I've got what it is laid out, but I don't want to say anything until we're ready to announce it. Hopefully be posting it next week. Can't wait till Tuesday my mystery box arrives. Nice. MG Wing, Gundam Zero, Vercog coming in anytime soon. So right now, if it's not posted incoming, so basically nothing, I can't really say for sure when it's coming with the whole distributor issue that we announced last week. So hopefully soon. I know that they were printed recently, so we'll probably see some. What's up, Ori? Massive Attack. In the factory in Yokohama, I have not. It's a bird soup. I wish there was a mystery MG box. Take for the box to sell out just for future reference. This one didn't actually sell out this time, I think, because it was the Kyokai Senki theme. I think some people were gun shy on it. I wouldn't be surprised if they regret it after they see what's in the box. Oh, I gotta wait, I guess, to put these ones in. But the first box sold out within like a day and a half, 2 days maybe tops. The next one will probably sell out sooner, but I'm not sure. Chris, you got any movement on Oshima kits? I haven't seen anything new this week. You should check out August Burns Red. I definitely think you'll take them. Yeah, I'm a fan. Okay, I times 2, D13, and then B234. Well, the first box I'm not sold on him yet, so I didn't jump on the box. All the mystery boxes, same content. They're not guaranteed to be. They tend to be fairly similar. There's a little bit more variability in the second box that we did. There were a few variants. I think we ended up having 3 different versions of the box, all basically equivalent. Depends on supply for kits within whatever the theme was. What kit you plan on doing after Lfrith? I think the Ghouls de Lanza. I was debating doing the aerial next, but I think the aerial's really similar to the Lfrith, so I figured I'd space it out. What was in the first box? The first box, the theme was firepower. It was a HG Heavy Arms Custom, and 4 different accessory packs. I think there was like the backpack, multi-pack or whatever it was called from 30-minute missions. There's the shoulder cannon, the Gatling, and what was the other one? I think 30-minute missions military weapons, I think, with the 4. Hope we get MG version of the Mercury kits. It'd be pretty cool. It might take a while though. Okay, B34. So Peterville lose. Villas, something like that, right? Will a distributor switch up? Is there a chance for you guys to start stocking Delphi decals, or any news on decal restocks? We plan on doing a Delphi restock very soon. We've been having a scramble on some of the accounting, if you will, of changing up our records for what we have coming in and stuff like that. So Kate's been a little buried helping us with the pivot to the new distributors, and she's the one who puts together the Delphi restocks and stuff. But hopefully in the next week or so she'll be placing her next one. Popping in, well, God Hand Never's being stocked soon. God Hand stocked yesterday, so unless they sold out already, they should be in stock right now. Thank you for the sub, Tony Rodriguez. Hey Nick, do you have a pre-order for RG Destiny Impulse? I don't think that's a new kit, so we do not. We don't have any Bandai pre-orders open right now, actually, because of the distributor switch issue or whatever. Yeah, great progress with the Lfrith. What do you think of the Witch from Mercury line so far? They've been good. They're definitely solid kits. I like some of the nuances of the line so far, like how they're doing the manuals and stuff. Hey Nick Chase, Sam Santi. Is we doing any early bird, or is that going to have to slow down with smaller orders coming in? We might do it if it ends up making sense on certain things. The problem will be that with the way the distributors stuff is going right now, the delay from when we get something shipped to when it comes in will be so quick that there won't really be time to post it as an early bird. The early birds made a lot of sense. Thank you for the sub, DJ Azure. It made a lot of sense when we had shipments that were like about to ship, and it was going to take 2 weeks for them to pack it and get out the door, and a week for it to arrive. It made a lot of sense for us to help with just being able to get stuff out the door fast when it comes in, and cash flow and all that kind of stuff. But if I can order stuff and pay for it on Monday or Tuesday, have it arrive on Wednesday, check it in and restock it on Friday, it doesn't make sense to go through the extra trouble of doing an early bird. And a lot of our stuff's going to be that way, I think, going forward, at least in the near future. How do you like what you're doing now, God Hand and Razor, compared to God Hand and Sanding? I use God Hand and Hobby Knife, but wondering if Razor's worth it. I really like the Razor. It's been good. Code GS kits. It's probably a rare thing, but I'd like to build one. It's a damn good show. I believe there are. It's awesome to hear, Nick. Thank you for your answer. I got to the point in this hobby where I can't build a kit without waterslide decals now. Love hate thing for sure. What's up, Burfig? Let's check out Memphis May Fire. If you like metalcore type music, Memphis May Fire is awesome. One of the code GS question: are there any Gurren Lagann kits? There are. We've got 2 on pre-order, I think. Actually, I think they're Motoroid kits that are being reprinted, but they are listed for pre-order. They're a little pricey. I haven't built them or even seen them in person at this point. I think they're a little bit older kits, but they do exist. What's up, Dakota? Concert in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a couple weeks ago. Best concert I've ever been to, hands down. That's cool. Do you have any Pacific Rim kits? Just finished watching it. We don't. There are, Bandai did make some HGs. We had them in the Attic days, I think. I don't think they've been printed since 2020 or earlier. But they are out there. It always goes so quick I couldn't add a ding and dent to my order before y'all shipped it. We're definitely in a much better place on shipping orders than we were a few weeks ago. It's funny, people complain if we take more than like a day to pack an order, but if we do it too fast, they complain too. It's it's like the happy medium is taking a couple hours between when you place your order when it packs, I guess, when it ships. Part separator saved the day again. Built one of the Z-Gok leg pieces upside down. Which part separator? I've been loving the Bandai one that I've been using. What's up, Gumpel Customs? Chris did 2 Pacific Rim kits too. Oh, okay, cool. I'll complain. Finally persuaded me to get the HG Hi-Nu. Nice. Better than the 2 week I waited for an order from another store. I'm looking at the command wolf, but my bank says no. And no one to borrow from you, of course. Cool. I think it's a good one for the money. I think there's some fancier ones out there. That's definitely a good tool for the money. Okay, D12. I'm also super stoked for my trip next weekend. Flying out on Friday down to Richmond, Virginia for Old Dominion Open, big IPMS event down in Richmond. And it's should be a good time. Any winners yet? Not yet. Tenok, I haven't done a draw yet. Take my Berserk Fur almost completely apart when I had the hot body mostly done because I didn't get the part set right and this hood core wouldn't go in. Ouch. I can't wait to go broke at that show. I wonder what things will be like at the vendor tables this year. I don't usually pay too much attention because obviously I don't really need to go buy stuff. I've got my own hookup on most things I need. I want to say last year things were a little light on some of the tables. Hey Nick, what do you think they say if you showed up at the event with a painted artifact? I think they'd love it, actually. There was a painted artifact one at, was it PacCon down in Mass? It was an amazing build. If you go back and look at the vlog, I'm sure it's featured in there. It was one of the Nightingales. The dude who did it, Plamo LAB, did like 40-something rivets he added to it, among other customizations. It was a nice candy coat paint job. Was a giveaway tonight. The giveaway is the RG Hi-Nu. It's one of the kits we restocked this week. Ton of AK products which are hard for me to find at times. I walked away with a Babylon 5 Star Fury kit for under 40. Cool. Sometimes it's a good time to catch some really weird stuff that's not as easy to find. You're able to sell Supernova or Saban kits now that Bandai is not selling directly to your Daban. So Daban is always going to be sketchy, especially the ones that are literally just stolen molds or whatever, where they just recast the runners and reprint them. I don't think we would ever carry that stuff unless they went completely legit and stopped manufacturing that stuff, because there's arguably an ethical issue there. It doesn't matter about being directed with Bandai. And Supernova's in a similar boat, although Supernova, I think, has made one or two kits that don't violate IP necessarily. But I don't think that we would, even though we're not directed Bandai. Because there's still always that risk of getting a cease and desist or whatever, or a suit for trading and that stuff. I'm kind of surprised that no one has yet. I think it's mostly just a matter of time before somebody does. Just like how some shops got cease and desist over selling and distributing stickers they had designed with Gundams on it. They're their own in terms of slight design changes. They are in terms of slight design changes, which is slightly better. But you can't take someone else's character, just like you. I think Disney's the biggest example. I couldn't take Mickey Mouse, put him on a T-shirt, even if I drew him myself, and then sell that design, because Disney, protecting their IP is important to them. They would go after me. Bandai, by right, should, because they risk losing rights to their own IP if they don't protect it. And I think it's a matter of time before they start going after people, businesses that do that. Does that mean y'all won't ever get the Zero Gravity Moonlight Judge? The Zero Gravity Moonlight, that kit, I think, is unique. I think it shares design elements, but isn't based on a specific Gundam per se, as far as I know. But we haven't been able to figure out a supplier yet, so that one we could get, I think. Let's see, currently I only know one store that would be impacted by Bandai stickers and everything right now. I think there were two, there's one in the US, one in Canada that got cease and desists that I'm aware of. Or maybe it's, I assume, one I think I know got a cease and desist, and one I presume got one based on how their actions changed around that same time. Look at Dibon to stop copyright infringement. It's hard to go after them. It's supposed to be based on Forbidden Gundam. Okay. Okay, and then I need D18 and D19. I might hope everyone's having a good night. What's up, Tim? All right, let's prep for the first drawing here of the night. Hey George, what's going on? All right, so first drawing of the night for this giveaway of the RG Hi-Nu. Let's post a number in the chat between 1 and 1600 with an answer to the question, what is your favorite HG? Question courtesy of Adam Champo. So number from 1 to 1600, answer the question, what is your favorite HG kit? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. All right. D18 and 19. That's probably it for this runner, right? Thanks for the sub, Lucky Epic. God hand's worth it. It kind of depends on your opinion. I've gotten good results from mine. I've done plenty of kits with them. Haven't run into any of the durability issues that are the most common complaints about them. They cut real nice. I get a nice result from them. That said, if I had to spend the money again, I'd probably buy the Display 3.0s because from my limited use of the 3.0s, they're pretty much just as good as the God hands, and they're a fraction of the cost. Like 30 instead of 50, I think. 30 range versus 50 range, something like that. So they're a better value. Thanks to sub and Jetech. Use the God hands for the first cut off the runners. I do. I use them for both cuts. I haven't had any issues. I've done like 60 something kits with this pair of nippers without any trouble. You know, your mileage may vary, I guess. Things can go back and forth if they're worth it. And which ones are worth it. Just don't try to use them on clear parts. They'll break. I've used mine on clear parts, actually. I haven't had any like super thick clear runners, and I haven't done tons and tons of clear parts. If I was doing a whole clear kit, I'd probably definitely avoid using the God hands. I think some people must twist or something when they cut with their God hands to break them. I'm going to call time in a moment here. Broke mine on clear parts. Okay. God hands are not for first cuts. They can be very careful, but I definitely understand why people don't. Okay, I'll call time here in a second. The reason people keep breaking their nippers is they're either cutting the thick part of the runner or they're trying to nip with just the tip of the blade. Display E and A single blade nippers, and they are leaps and bounds better than the entry level. Even less expensive than the Display 3.0 and God hand. I hear the God hand was it PN 125s are really good. Would probably make a good first cut nipper. They're very inexpensive. I think they're actually technically cheaper than the Bandai entry nippers, so they're really inexpensive and should be solid for that kind of stuff. Okay, random number here. 1, 2. 1600 was the range. 1096. I don't see any winners. I'll let you guys verify. But if that's the case, we will draw again in a little bit. 2, 3, and 4. And then B237 to mount it, it looks like. I entered the giveaway Karam Dagger. We just finished the first round, but in a little bit we'll ask for a number and an answer to a question, and then we draw a number in that number range that we specify. So we'll be trying again in a little bit. All right. That is a rather large shield compared to the shields on most kits, I have to say. He's got an MG Wing Gundam, brand new for $15. Nice. Tunes you chilling tonight, my man. So we're listening to the Pretzel Rocks Metal Station. Some good songs in that one. Use a spray booth. If so, which one? If not, what to use? I do use a spray booth. It's one of those mastered portable ones. I forget what the model number is. Shield looks good once you panel line, I bet. New here, it's nice to join someone and watch it build. Welcome, Massive Attack. Our custom shield is so big, it can't even hold it. It's great. Okay, so now I got this other, I don't know what you call it. B2, 31, and 30. Glue a peg onto the shield so it slots in the arm. Speaking of pegs, actually, so this diorama build I'm doing, I've got some 30-minute missions, submachines that that are going to be the focus of this diorama. And I'm thinking of filling in the 3mm peg holes that are pretty common on 30-minute missions kits all over it. Probably putty, or maybe using plot plate to cover them or something. I think I asked on one of the channels last night on the Discord what people have done for that kind of stuff, but I'm curious if anybody in the chat has done that kind of stuff with their 30-minute missions. The Gundam G from Gundam Hathaway, is it worth it or a pass? I heard it's a pretty good kit. You gotta be really into that really bulky look though, I think. These are 3D printed parts made to fill those holes. Oh, interesting. I know the 30-minute missions line has some parts that they sell for that too as part of some of the option sets. I feel like I'd need a lot of them though to fill in all the holes, and putty would be a lot easier. I'm just not sure I want to go through the hassle of cleaning up the putty after I put it in. Just use pieces of runners to fill them in. That might work. I feel like I still need to putty or cement or something to clean up the lines before I paint. Thanks for the sub, Velcro shoe guy. Okay, what would you recommend for someone that's never built before? A really good place to start would be any of the entry grades. There's an entry grade RX-78, two of them actually, entry grade new and a strike, and then there's some entry grades that aren't Gundams, but those are basically designed to be like a first kit, so they're really forgiving. The missions are nice too. Yeah, I mean, most HGs are pretty solid anyway. Hope someday we get some Xeon EG. I think it makes sense to do an entry grade Zaku. Isn't a new big O model being released soon? Yeah, I think there's a like a Motoroid or something being done. Did you hold in the poll? I mean, for the giveaway? No, we're still just did the first one. We haven't done the second one yet. Would you like me to PM you here and Discord the link to the website I got the parts from? Well, what am I missing? Oh, the 30-minute to fill the holes, the 3D printed parts. I guess you could send them to me. I don't have a 3D printer, so I probably wouldn't be able to use them anyway, but 32, 32, and 33. And you guys that are still posting numbers and kits and stuff, you guys must be decently far behind on the stream right now. I'm hearing the Motoroids. What do they like? I think I'm getting a few. I haven't built one myself yet. What's up, Kenny? PM doing Discord. There's ARM versions, route square, hex shapes, and more to use. Okay, I'll take a look. Maybe I'll have to talk somebody I know who's got a printer into printing them for me. Let's see the PG. What kit would you like to see? I'd love a PG heavy arms. There's a lot of PGs I'd like to see, but that one I would definitely have to build. Where's your Discord so I can join, please? So Discord invite link gets emailed after your first purchase, or SMS too after your first purchase if you're signed for SMS. You comment more than one number. You can't, Paul. Only once for each draw. The Mecha Warehouse Discord is a private for customers only. Like I said, we send out the invite link after your first purchase. If you've purchased from us and have not received said invite link, feel free to email support@mechawarehouse.com. Ideally from the email that you use for your purchase, so we can look you up, and we'll send out that invite link for you. You seen or heard of a 100 skill statue? I think there is a resin kit or something. I was nervous we'd have to find a new Gundam shop. Glad to see you. Got to supply real quick. Yeah, I wasn't worried about getting a supplier. I think we've got a lot of options, and we're gonna have some really good restocks over the coming weeks. It's going to be finding the deep stock of certain really popular items. It's going to be a little bit harder, but we'll work that out before the year's over, I think. Your thoughts on fluorescent panel linings? I post recently that showed an origin down test type that glowed nicely. It was kind of enticing. I think it's a cool idea. I think there's a limited number of like types of builds that it would look the best on. I don't think it necessarily fits on everything. Okay, I need this A8. PG ball jokes in here. Just count the options for those fillers, and I think the one I linked, there's 89 different options. Wow. Only not the winner. I'm at work, so I'll be on and off here. We'll be doing the next draw momentarily, but it'll depend. It's not necessarily predictable which time that we draw that it will be the one where we have a winner. Kind of interesting weapon here. I think that basically wraps up the Lfrith. Very cool. Call that one done. Alright, the stage is pretty sick. It's good stuff. Alright, let's fire up the second draw of the night here. So we're gonna do a number this time from 1 to 900, and we're gonna answer the question, what in your opinion is the best mobile armor? Question courtesy of Ryo H. So 1 to 900, best mobile armor. Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. Alright, so let's set this manual aside and I guess break into the next kit. We'll do the Ghouls de Lanza next. Big, chunky one for sure. Sorry, question. Question is best mobile armor in your opinion. Seems to be some confusion when mobile armor is compared to a mobile suit. There does appear to be a little bit of that. Most of the answers are valid, though. Alright, need A, C1, and D. Thanks for the sub, Nick Morris. Okay. D1. This is runner B. And then one more here, right under C. What's that new building now? Starting the Ghouls to Lanza. So I need. Can this fit better this way? Okay, so I need C1. The mobile suit has a mobile suit that has a mobile armor. Subtag Rossi. Was the question: best mobile armor in your opinion? Those runner stands. These are the tag art runner stands. I think Gun Primer bought the design and sells them now under their own brand. We carry them. They're pretty neat. They come with little labels for runner letters and numbers. They're definitely better on smaller runners than bigger runners. They're not like perfectly stable, but they're pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna call time here. And we're gonna draw Japan HG the origin kits. I haven't really built any, but I've heard they're really good kits. Okay, 1 to 900s, 135. I didn't see any winners. Let you guys verify. If there are in fact no winners, we will draw again in a little bit. Someday Nick given the temptation to build an Origin down test type one day. There's a bunch of... Actually, you know what? I did build an Origin kit, because I built the Gun Tank early type, and it was a great kit. So yeah, I built at least one. They're good kits. Evening, Nick. Glad to find the next stream again. It's been a while. Welcome back, Eel Hippie. Glad things look up after what seemed like a crazy week for Mecha Warehouse. Yeah, it was a crazy week. But I think it's going to be a positive change when all the dust settles for us. Nick, what's your favorite mobile armor? Man, I don't know if I really have one. Well, actually, I mean, Dendrobium probably counts, right? Here's a glass file, much different than the display file. My display seems to require cleaning every 3 files. Gets tiring to use. Unsure if the razor's anything different. I think they're similar. I haven't used the display file. Maybe someone in the chat has used both, and they can make a better comparison. Right, C2. Dendrobium. Orcus has one. At Stardust, they classified Dendrobium Orcus as a space stronghold defense unit, but they just don't want to look psionic with destination mobile armor. Grading your nipper worth it. I'm going to come full. I've used the entry nipper for 2 kits, but recently bought a glass nanofile to help with the nubs. I personally think that a better pair of nippers is worth it. They cut easier, it takes less effort to cut, and you have less cleanup to do if you've got a good pair of nippers. I don't know if that everybody in the world would agree. And if you're going to paint, they matter less, but they can definitely help. These blue tack to clean mine out works well and fast. I should try blue tack. What are you listening to? Sounds awesome. We're listening to the Metal Station on Pretzel.rocks. The song is called Apples of Apollo. Gives us a list of names. There's not like a band name. There's some good stuff on Pretzel Rocks though. How does giveaway work? So basically, periodically throughout the stream, we'll post a number range and a question. People post a number in that range and an answer to the question, and then we draw a number in that range. If your number gets picked, you win. If your number doesn't get picked or no one's number gets picked, then we hold it off for the next draw, and we gradually decrease that range each time. If we get to the last draw of the night, it'll be basically the number of viewers in here. And we'll draw multiple times if required to try to get a winner. Here we go. Good night, everyone, and good luck to you all. Peace. See you later, bird soup. Do I have to use single blade nippers for cutting off the runners? Do I use my entry nippers and switch? A lot of people, that's how they would go, yeah. That's like the recommended ways. Use the entry nippers for the cut that's not next to the part itself, and then you would switch to the better nippers for the other cut. I use my God hands for both cuts. I'm just really careful and haven't had any issues. But that's how a lot of people do it. All right, D1 and A1. I'm starting to overboard my cuts then. I have like peelings to cut the runner. Then when I have small nubs, it's single blade, double cut from there. What are you building now? Ghouls Delanza. Or chances that we'll see it next year with custom build in the stream, like scribing, file plate, anything like that. At some point, maybe. I did kit bash on some streams last year, so I could see doing that at some point. Cool, that was Bob the Builder. So Bear King 08. Kits I made minus like action basic and PS. I haven't run into issues yet with finer nippers, but I believe a couple kits in my backlog with ABS. What grid of sanding sticks you recommend? So I've been using a razor for the last few builds now, but when I use sanding sponges, I'm typically using 400, 600, 1000, and 1500. 400 probably isn't really necessary. It's a little too rough, but those that combination usually was working pretty well for me. How did I miss this plume thing in the show? You guys ship to Canada one day? Maybe. The couple times I've tried shipping stuff to Canada, it's been a total pain in the butt with all sorts of customs fees and stuff like that. They end up getting charged to the recipient and they don't know what they are ahead of time. So it's very frustrating and would potentially create a lot of scenarios where the end consumer has unexpected shipping charges that could make it not worth their while. I made in Canada that I wish I could direct to Mecha Warehouse, but yeah, the charges both ways can be insane. Yeah, back like several years ago, we ran a contest where it gave away some stuff on Instagram, and we allowed people to enter that weren't U.S. residents, with the stipulation that they'd have to cover the shipping charges because we knew there'd be more. And when all was said and done, I think we had a winner that ended up getting charged more than the kit was worth. It was like an RG Sotheby or something they won. They ended up paying like $50-something in shipping for it, between customs and fees and all that kind of stuff. It's just outrageous. And so you get to that kind of range, and it's like, why bother? How likely would it be to get HG Dendrobium kits in? It all depends on if they reprint them. I'm sure if they'll reprint them one day, we'll get some. You saw the razor. I've been using sponges exclusively, but think about changing it up. We do. We just restocked Gun Primer recently too. Oh, head's done. He's going to get a Display Nipper restock soon. We're working on placing a Display order very soon. Display ended up getting held up as part of this whole supply chain thing. We were trying to allocate all our resources towards getting the Bandai thing solved. Clearly didn't work out, but that's going to free us up to be placing Display orders again. We'll be trying to get into a regular rhythm with that stuff very soon. Small question. Anyone about the year's print on Gundam box if it says something like 2002 or 2015? Was the kit actually made in 2002? We made it back in 2021. So those are when the kit was designed or when it was published. So when a kit gets reprinted now, it could have been made this year, but have an older date because that's the year that it was designed. And to get Nipper storage case in that order, probably if they sold the ones we already had sold, then we'll be getting more. Forward to FM Ariel and HG Rose. I'm listening to HG Gundam G Widget. I'm currently watching Wing. Okay, A15. Go to a chocolate cloud instead of plastic. They inject chocolate in molds. That would be pretty cool. I doubt they can make the mold safe for chocolate though. guys include the red sticker on new orders. Red sticker will cycle in at some point, but we're still on the green sticker. Purple sticker rotating in. I only got one of those. Need to make my 6 set. Some point, maybe after red. Maybe after, I think red is the 4th, so purple is 5, yellow is 6, and then we'll probably add a color to the sequence and then rotate back around again. Okay. Draw number 3. Okay. Let's do our 3rd draw of the night here. We're going to do a number from 1 to 450. And what's your favorite series? Question courtesy of Austin Bertolini. So 1 to 450, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to you at U.S. addresses. You must be present to win. And your number and the answer to the question have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. Okay, A16 and 17. Okay, and then A7. Let's call time and do this draw actually. Waiting for the chat to catch up over here. So it's streaming. All right, calling time 1 to 450, 160. I don't see a winner. I'll let you guys confirm, which means we will attempt one more draw. We're at the end. Alphonse Elric kit would be cool. I'm not familiar with that. Whatever, pick 0. No, because the number ranges from 1 to whatever. Buy Razor now. You should. It's definitely worth it. I was kind of a skeptic, and then decided to give one a try a few builds ago, and I've kept with it since. It's been totally worth it. Full Metal Alchemist character. Gotcha. Oh, that's interesting. It's like on a rail. Okay, A13. Really liking this gray plastic, this like grayish green kind of color. It's proven to be very, very good for nub removal. Does your website sell it? Because I never found them through easier shopping outlets, so unsure where to find them. We carry them. They should be in stock right now. We just restocked Gun Primer last week, I think. Anyone win yet? Not yet. Anything that compares to the disk-based siren file. I haven't used the disk-based siren, so I don't know that I can really compare fairly. I've used both and prefer the Razor by a wide margin. You can consider doing a free shipping with orders over a certain amount. We've considered all the time, our shipping cost on larger orders can be significantly higher than what we charge. And I feel like to be able to offer free shipping on those larger orders, we'd have to increase our prices across the board, which then makes it less worthwhile for smaller orders. What you'll probably find that on the majority of products, if you compare the cost of shipping orders in some of those ranges, that you might end up paying less even with the free shipping, and especially when you factor in like the no sales tax thing. But you just typically find that our shipping cost would kill us on a lot of the larger stuff. If we did free shipping on it, we'd have to increase our prices. Okay, a 12 and 11. At one point at work, we made a whole 3-3 grid explaining the nuance between various mech definitions. Out of conclusions for Bobby Yaga's house. Cat bus from Totoro and the Octonauts Octopod. I think about doing in Mecha Warehouse Prime, like free shipping for the year with the subscription. We definitely thought about it. We were thinking about doing like private warehouse as well. The private warehouse thing fell off pretty quickly when we started contemplating the logistics. We might be able to do it. The problem is with the free shipping with like the Prime thing, we've had customers place 50 orders a year before, and we would definitely lose money on that proposition. I don't think we could, especially if it incentivized people to place small orders for free shipping. What are you guys working on tonight? MG Zaku 2.0, nice. Any of the Zaku 2.0s are good. Is it better Razor Plus or Razor Origin? So I think the Plus is a little larger. I think it might be a little bit more aggressive in terms of like cutting power. But I haven't used the Plus yet. Mecha Warehouse Prime Platinum deal is that Mecha Warehouse Minion hand delivers your order. definitely be open to selling P Bandai stuff. No, we used to way back when you couldn't get P Bandai through U.S. sources. Now the most expeditious and affordable way for us to acquire the stuff would be to buy it directly from U.S. P Bandai, and then we had to mark it up significantly in order to make any money on it. And it seems kind of unethical to essentially make it harder for people to buy it directly from USP Bandai to then mark it up. Right, A14. Super Bowl ads were great. Thanks. That was hilarious. Yeah, we enjoyed putting those together. You guys at Mecha Warehouse, sports fans? I don't really watch any sports. I think a few people probably do. I honestly don't pay attention to what people's sports preferences are because I don't really follow any sports these days. Alright, A2 and A8. What is the largest Gundam kit available? In what way? Like, what's your definition? Largest physical size? And are we going to include the store display kits? Because one of those is probably the largest if we're going to count largest size. I think the PGGPO1 is the largest in terms of part count. So they have to be very careful changing up the main, but they have more liberties from designing anything Xeon. It's not very little print, but the 112 grams is like 5 feet tall. Been a certain abandoned MG kit. Seems like that in recent years the focus has been on RG. I don't know. There's definitely been new MG kits. They just can only design, you know, 1 or 2 kits in those lines in a year, I think, based on their design capacity or whatever. So it probably kind of feels that way. But like technically they had the MG-EX this year. There's the Zeta Verka coming out. They recently had the Dom 1.5s. you do customize your Gunpla? So what are you working on right now? So my off-stream project right now has been, I've got 4 30-minute mission submachines. 3 out of the 4 are kind of customized with some other accessories. One's got the multi-backpack. 2 of the other ones have Kotobukiya MSG weapon sets kind of kit bashed in, and I'm doing a diorama with them, which I'm working on building. It's gonna be my first diorama. Diorama, nice. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna have the 4 of them kind of on patrol through like a little. Why won't that just go in? Is that really that stiff? There we go. Do a little valley thing with some trees and some rocks and stuff. Got the foam cut and glued right now. I was trying to do rock molds last week, but the hydrocal I got was bad, and probably be able to do the rock molds this weekend, probably tomorrow, and the sculpt mold for the surface I think is my next set of goals on that one. Promoting RG Tequila now that the God Gundam has come out. Some other G Gundam RGs would be cool. Alright, we should do our final draw for the night. Let's do this question. Okay. Final draw for the night. Let's put it out there. Number from 1 to 130. 1 to 130, and answer the question, what's your favorite snack and or drink while building? So 1 to 130, favorite snack and or drink while building. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be valid entry. Get a chance, check out Miguel's for a build some of the big warrior boat with a fun Mega Man or Samus like Buster Cannon fun. Nice. Alright, so arms will be next here. Probably save those for next time. Some chunkiness to this design, it looks like. Water hood, time to eat when building. I find it hard to eat when building, especially when sanding. Oh. Might be thick, yeah, definitely a thick one. This chest is interesting. There's definitely some differences to how this has gone together. this midsection front back tilt rather than any sort of rotate or pivot. Call this one. So anyway, while we're waiting for the last few numbers to come in, I won't be streaming next week because I'll be down in Virginia for Old Dominion Open, and show should be done by 8:30 or whatever when the stream starts, but I might be, who knows where, who knows what's going on, and early flight or whatever to come back on Sunday. So I won't be streaming. There's a very good chance that Ethan from my team will be doing like a stream takeover next week. So keep your eyes open for that. Blast Waffle House. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to hit up Waffle House Saturday morning when I'm down there. See if I can hit any other good... good like Virginia area food while I'm down there. Stream takeover sounds dope. Ethan is the man. But Nick, the Alonzo's a pretty good build later on, although standing him up is hard. His feet are weird. Oh, interesting. Nothing greasy, that would just be wrong, but I think drinks are fine as long as you're painting. Next thing, dip your brush in it. If you don't have a Mission Barbecue up there, I highly recommend it. Okay. What to see? I think I gotta find something Friday when I get down there, and then probably Saturday night. Cookout was recommended last time too. More than I did tonight, Nick. I got 2 legs done for HG's Hecock. It's hard to be productive during the stream, for me at least. I think I do pretty good, but it's definitely harder than just building. Okay, I'm gonna call time here, and then we will draw a number. The Slaw Dog at Cookout. Alright, so time has been called. We're drawing one number from 1 to 130. Number 6, super low number. I hate when single digit numbers come up because they're so much harder to search for. Okay, is that, yes, it's the Ghouls Delanza. I don't think I see any. See, no 6 and then a space. There's 1 space and then 6, but that comes up with a number 63. So I want to draw again, I think. 129. Oh, looks like we have a 129 Rochambeau. So congratulations, Rochambeau. What are you watching here while in Dubai vacay? Oh, cool. So congratulations, Rochambeau. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your details, and we should get that sent out this week. Here, good question. Rochambeau could chime in real quick to make sure you're present before we call it a night here. Everyone's holding their breath for another roll. Why isn't that a kick in the junk? Oof, it dipped back to 6. It's possible. I'll give us another moment here, and then we'll re-roll if needed. Put 30 seconds on the clock here for Rochambeau. Going once. Any opinions on 5-star story kits? I haven't built any, but they look pretty cool. I've heard they require a little bit more than some of these other ones. Oh, bummer. Okay, I'm gonna draw one more time against the number range then. And we'll try again. That's a bummer. Okay, 26. Let's try it in this window. Is there no 26? Oh, now we're getting into the number range being outside where I can search. Probably run the stream a bit to find first row number. I definitely can. It's just a pain in the ass to do while live. Okay, we're gonna make this extra interesting. We haven't done it this way. We're gonna do a new number and a new question real quick, but we're gonna make it super quick. So make sure you answer fast. Sudden death, there you go. And we'll make it a especially low range, so we're more likely to have a winner. So let's do a number from 1 to 750. And what's your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart? 1 to 75. 1 to 75 favorite flavor of Pop-Tart. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win. 1 to 75, guys. Seeing these high numbers, and they're not going to be valid, and you have to the answer and the comment have to be in the same post to be valid. Sorry, did I say 750 at one point? I meant to say 75. I'm tired. I very well might have said 750 the first time. Well, if you posted higher than 75, repost. Did I miss something? Yeah, you did. You won, but you weren't here to claim your prize. Okay, I'm gonna call time in 5, 4, 3. He had very poor timing. Bummer. I'm so sorry, dude. 2, 1. Time is called. Okay, so 1 to 75. Number 29. Okay, so I see a 29 for Anthony Sermoshi Aiello. I think there's another one too. Jason S. Is there another one? So Anthony and Jason S. You guys need to call heads or tails. Heads will be this side, tails will be that side. Whoever I see call it first will get the call. Jason with heads. Oh, Anthony with tails. There we go. So I'm going to flip it, catch it, flip it in the back of my hand. If I drop it, it'll be a reflip, and we'll see who's the winner. Doesn't matter right now. I feel for you. Shambo does to be fair. I mean, technically, so the rules are going to be present to win. There's no, like, special protection for if you go to the bathroom or anything like that. It's when we added that rule back when I think it was a PG was won, and the winner never ever claimed it because they just weren't around. And so, unfortunately, that's just how we've been doing it. So, I try to allow as much time as I could. I didn't like immediately flip it. So, okay, go to the toss. So we got a flip, and it is heads. And so that would be Jason S. Is that the PG unicorn it was? Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Okay, so Jason S. is our winner. So Jason, you can send your info to support@mechawarehouse.com and claim it. Did I miss winning though? It was an RG Hi-Nu. It's a pretty good prize, to be fair. So congratulations, Jason. You can thank Rochambeau for that one, or his bladder. So yeah, congrats. Thank you all for watching. I'm exhausted, so I need to go head to bed. But thank you all for hanging out. See you guys in probably 2 weeks, since I'm not streaming next week. But keep an eye out for Ethan's stream takeover if that happens next week. And if you're down in the Richmond area and you're ODO, definitely say hi if you see me. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.